I was born in Gary, Indiana. But by the age of 4, I was living in Houston, Texas with my mother. Um, my mother had left my father when I was young. And when I was in school in Houston, I started doing art when I was like 5 years old. But my mother taught me how to read and write before I went to kindergarten, which really shaped my life in a really significant ways. I think it's the reason why I'm an author, was because we had school every day before I could even go to school, apparently. And we actually had to leave Texas because the schools there were so racist that they were holding me back. I mean, I didn't help. I was in the B-level reading class for my grade, and my mother knew I should be in the A-level reading class, but no Black kids were in the A-level reading class. So she went and challenged the teacher on it, and the teacher broke down and cried and said, please don't, tell, like basically call me out on this, because I guess maybe she was already in trouble with the principal. I don't know. I just never, my mother was a very soft-spoken woman, and she made this woman cry. And then before I knew it, we moved to Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, where my grandparents were. And I skipped 2 grades when I moved to Columbus. So it was clear I was not going to get the same education. So that was always really important to my mom. And like I said, I've been an artist all my life. By high school, I went to she got me into this high school that was almost like Fame. It was for artists, and I had a artist studio. And after doing all of my curricula for high school, the last year and a half, I just worked in the studio and submitted paintings for shows, and sculpture. And then my undergraduate degrees in painting and drawing. Was going to be a medical illustrator. I double majored in science, and then decided I wanted to make art or really promote more ideas for the masses. And I was a scenic painter for film and television. I was a union. So I did that for a little while after school, after undergrad, but then realized I didn't really want to be creating somebody else's vision. And it was a very toxic job. So I went to grad school and I got my master's degree in visual criticism, which really liberated me from being a painter. And that was when I picked up the camera. I started doing photography and writing. And then my first book, Counterculture, was on the American Diner Waitress. So that's when I really expanded this idea of cultural documentarian work, which has led me to my third book, which is Overground Railroad.